All right, everybody, welcome back. We're going to talk about photo editing in this lesson. Now, please tell me you're doing this. Now, you might say, well, I never really thought about it. You need to think about it. There are, I'll say, a good number of people out there. They just put images down on pages without really thinking about it. It's just put it in a box, and they don't crop, and they don't image fix, doing various things and so on. Now, when Jostens eventually gets that page, we have some kind of image fixing kind of in the background. But if the image is really not good, there's only so much we can do at the production stage. Whereas if you do something right from the get-go, it's immediately going to be looking better. And when it comes to cropping, well, Jostens prints what they're given, if you will. They don't do cropping. That's all about you. And sometimes very simple cropping makes a huge difference. Now, first off, hopefully you took the time to watch the Jostens J-class on Yearbook Avenue called Photo Editing. This one done by our friend Margaret Sorrows, who is a legend in the yearbook world from Arkansas. She was a yearbook advisor for 36 years, now one of our terrific Jostens ambassadors for the last several years. She has a number of our J-class videos. Margaret, love that drawl that she's got, but she is unbelievable. One of the best. So hopefully you took the time to watch that video. If not, go back and watch it. We're going to do a quick review here. Then we're going to get you thinking about this with a student activity. All right, so get ready for that. Once again, image fixing, guys, is really important. Don't just plop pictures on pages. All right, if you have images that are dark because the lighting was poor or something, don't think, well, there's nothing we can do, and just plop it down. There are some things that you can do, and it's going to make your book so much better. And early on in her video, Margaret talks about two key things, cropping and what she called fixing the horizon. Now again, guys, cropping, I hope you know what that is. You put a picture in a box and you need to do something to it. You need to reposition it a little bit. Maybe you want to take out part of it, so you zoom in on part of it and show only part of the photo, not the whole photo. Cropping is so important when it comes to putting stuff on your pages. Margaret has a couple of really terrific examples there, all right? We're going to show one slide right here, how you go from an original image to a cropped image. Look at the difference between those two. They almost look like two different photos, but it's the same photo. But the way the person cropped it made all the difference, and it turned an okay photo into a wow, look at that photo, just with a little bit of cropping. The basic thoughts about cropping: we want to get rid of unwanted stuff. And that could be ceilings, sky, trees and grass, walls and trees and stuff like that. And it's so simple to do. We want to hone in on our people. And sometimes that means you got to crop, you got to zoom in, you got to reposition a little bit in the window to make an image look so much better. And again, Margaret's got great tips in her video if somehow you didn't watch that one. All right, now, again, how do you do that very quickly? If you're a software user, InDesign, you want to get that arrow, the direct selection tool. Again, click and drag, make it bigger, smaller, position, what you want. For Layout Pro users, which is a lot more folks out there, all right, you want to use the simple idea. You double click on a picture box, it kind of lights up. You click on a corner again to make it bigger, zoom in, reposition, do what you have to do. But that little bit of something makes such a huge difference as far as the quality of your pages are concerned. Now, straightening the horizon, that's a Photoshop thing, and all it is simply is just the image rotation. I find the image rotation function in InDesign, and again, Margaret shows some great examples on there. All right, very simply, if you got a picture of somebody and something is behind them that isn't straight, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like crooked. The idea here is, can we take that and take that whole image and move it straight so the horizon is a bit more straight across, like we would expect for a horizon, right? If you look at the horizon, go outside, the horizon is usually straight left to right, right? When it's kind of crooked because we took our picture just a little bit off usually, if we can do that simple little image correction, either with Photoshop or a similar software program, that could make a big difference. And all you got to do is just make an ever so slight turn, and it's not that hard to do. She talks about exposure, Margaret does in her video. Again, dark images, we need to fix those. Now, there are tools in Photoshop to do that. There are tools in Layout Pro, the Snap Edit tool. The key word you want to remember is the word levels. All right, there are a bunch of kind of automatics, and you punch this button and it automatically changes something. Look for where it talks about the levels. And when you adjust the different levels, kind of a high, medium, low thing, watch how the image changes. It may be kind of dark, and then all of a sudden it brightens up. It looks way better. So for Layout Pro users, absolutely, if you're not already, use that Snap Edit tool. It's awesome to fix images, make them look much better, and then when you save it as a copy of the original. Then that copy, the new version, goes right on your page, looks way better than the original. All right, so the Snap Edit tool is absolutely fabulous. Now, on that J-class page where you see the video, again, take the time, scroll down. Look at all of the different things at your availability, all the resources. Notice the different presentations there, especially for exposure and dark images. If you need a little bit more know-how, a little bit more information, check out those presentations. They will help you out. All right, now let's do a quick student activity here. Very simple. Hopefully you've got Yearbook Avenue open. You've got your pages open. What I want you to do, we'll just take a couple of minutes here. Go to pages you're working on right now. Find images first off that need fixing. They're dark, something just doesn't look that good. Let's identify them and start to figure out, okay, we need to do something about that. And then cropping. If you have an image in a box and there's all this extra space and the key element of our photo is like kind of smallish in the middle or whatever, what about cropping to get in closer to make that person look better and make that photo look better? So let's take about 2 minutes or so, start identifying images currently on pages you're working on that need some fixing. Let's just do the identifying part first. All right, ready, set, go. All right, guys, let me jump in here real quick as a brief wrap-up, then you can go back to it. Again, hopefully you were just doing identifying. All right, the fixing, you'll get to that. Let's do the identifying first, like, yeah, I've got to do something with that one. We could recrop that one. Look at other pages that you're currently working on, and the idea is, how can we do something with these? Guys, the bottom line of a great yearbook, we want to make people look their best. And if somebody's in a dark image, it's not their fault the image was dark, that the lighting was poor. But if you can do something to fix that, to make that person or that group or whatever look better, we got to do it. We got to do it, and it's really on your shoulders to do that before you ever turn it into Jostens. Let's make our pages look their best, and then we're going to have a really great yearbook this year, and it starts with an eye for the photos. What can we do with those? Thanks for watching.